one, two, stop! Yeah! And if you don't like it, you better take your ass up to the Snooty Fox, because this is the loud spot! Okay, see you later.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian, out of Oklahoma City. We got Weird Wolf, Ava Gore joining us, co-hosting on this Wednesday evening, and we have Melissa Wolf from the band Sepsiss. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great, and I think Ava's always doing great. She's always smiling like she's doing great. So one thing I noticed about the band that I thought was very cool and caught my eye right away is when I went to your website and I seen your music videos, everything's very colorful.
Oh,
and
thank you.
Yeah, and your hair is also very colorful.
We like to play around with colors.
Yeah, and there's so many bands nowadays, especially in the rock scene and metal scene, that are very just black and grays, and it's kind of refreshing to see. It's very like your website's very eye-catching and it's up to date.
I feel like you're shitting on me, Sebastian.
I'm not even talking about you. Talking about myself. No, but is that intentionally done with the colors? Is that something that you do on purpose? Kind of, your hair is very colorful and the website's colorful. Is that like kind of I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? A thing? A thing that you do on purpose?
Actually, that is very much a thing with Sepsiss. We do a lot of wardrobe here in the band. We usually pick a color or like a scheme, a theme. Every time we go on stage, we all like to match. That's a big thing in Sepsiss. And color being vibrant, that's always been a thing too. We really like to pop. We like to be different. And like you said, a lot of people in metal tend to wear just black. And I think it really helps us stand out.
Would you say that you like to portray the same thing within the music itself?
Yes, we do. We definitely do with the music. It's not depressing music. So we like to, brighten up the world a little bit, wake people up.
That's awesome. Mary's watching. She is from Mama Mary's Music Mayhem. She's watching. She says she's in the house right there. So, hi, Mary. She can't say hi back to us. Okay. Another thing I want to say, and I saw this from a Facebook post. Sepsiss posted a Facebook post. I don't remember what the post was about, but somebody was kind of knocking on the name Sepsiss, saying that it was like you shouldn't be named that because it's people die from sepsis. And someone, I think it was someone in your band that was like, it's a band's name. Like, do you recall that post? Last week?
Yes, I recall that post. Honestly, it's just a band name. That's all it is. We've had people, die from the disease as well, or, we've known people in the past that have had it. For us, it's just a name. It's Google searchable. It's unique, Yeah,
and I agreed with whoever replied to the reply to the comment. It's a rock band. You're in a band, you want to pick a cool name. I don't think anything's wrong with having any kind of name like that. I think it's a very unique and neat name. So, dude, does that happen often with you guys? Do people kind of say, "Why would you name your band that?"
Yes,
really?
they do actually. This is a common thing, but people, for some reason, this is just an example. Please don't take this out of context. But people don't mind a name like Butcher Babies,
right, yeah,
or Cannibal Corpse.
I wonder, like, do you feel like you're treated differently as a female musician, like especially being a front woman? Like, I wonder if that has anything to do with it. Like me being a female musician myself, like I feel like I get judged a lot.
Sometimes being a local female act, I can see that being an issue for sure.
Yeah.
Females are treated a little differently in metal, like period.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like if it was an all guy band, no one might say anything about that. But because it's female fronted, maybe it's more of a thing. Like you're supposed to be a nurturer, not in your face metal person. No, but you guys have been around. When did you guys start the band? And you guys are from the East Coast too, right?
We are from the East Coast. We are from the New England area, Manchester, New Hampshire, to be specific. And we started the band about 10 years ago. I met William Savant, my partner in all of this, 10 years ago through Craigslist. Now, he had put up an ad searching for musicians, and I happened to be looking for musicians at the same time. So I answered his ad, and I showed up for my tryout. And this was, again, in the middle of Manchester, New Hampshire. So I went for my tryout there. I met him in the basement, this creepy old basement. And I met up with one of the girls at first that were around him at the time. And I met up with the girl. She brought me into the basement. And a whole bunch of these guys were like rapping at the time.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. You meet someone on Craigslist. You lured into a basement by another female just to maybe trap you in there, and then there's a bunch of dudes rapping.
Okay, maybe I should say I did in fact bring somebody with me.
Okay, well,
sure.
Did they
I
shut
wasn't
the
getting
door
trapped
behind
in
you?
the basement.
Did they shut the door behind you, and was it kind of like?
It was kind of creepy, yes. It was a creepy old basement. It was creaky and damp. But so yeah, I met these guys, and a whole bunch of them were just rapping down there in the basement. And I was like, I am here for a metal tryout. This is a metal thing we're trying to start. And he was like, yeah, of course, man. He started shredding on the guitar, and I'm like, damn, you're really good. And so he showed me what he could do, and eventually I moved on to some covers and some other songs that I could do at the time, like some originals, because none of the bands I were in before that were really like bands, so to say. Like they didn't even make it to the stage at any point. But we tried to make some songs, and it kind of worked. And I showed him those songs, and he was like, yeah, you're really good. And there was supposed to be another girl that showed up that same day for her tryout, but she never came. So I guess I won by default.
I guess you'll work out.
Yeah.
Were they intentionally looking for a female vocalist at the time?
Yes, they would prefer a female at the time, though they didn't care. Either way it swung. So
as long as it sounded good and it worked out.
It was a good fit, though.
Has the band changed quite a bit since you first started, like with style or members? Yeah.
Oh yeah. At first, I would say we sounded a little bit more
like a rap group, like a rap hip hop group.
Rap hip-hop group. No. Though there are some like rap hip hop influences that we have. I would say it sounded a little bit like Asking Alexandria-ish.
Okay.
And like a little bit more metalcore-y, sceney.
Yeah.
More scene.
Now it's just kind of more Sepsiss. That's the way to put it.
You develop your own style after a certain amount of time. Do you ever scream? Because I noticed in the song we're playing tonight, I don't think there's any screaming in it. It's just you with clean vocals.
I am a clean vocalist.
Okay.
William, the guitar player and composer for the band, he does do the screams. He would like to see me try to scream at some point, maybe album 2.
Yeah.
I'm practicing. I wouldn't say I'm a screamer by any means.
But no, he does some vocals also, doesn't he? He's the guitar player.
He does backup vocals.
Okay, and does he scream at all in some of your songs?
Yes, he screams.
Okay, and when you say composer, does he like write all the music? And then do you come in and write your own lyrics, or is that something you work on together, or is that like just you individually?
So William will write the song first on acoustic guitar. He'll just like start coming up with the melodies and notes and everything in his head. He'll bring it to the acoustic guitar, and then he'll bring that to me, and we'll start working out like where the notes would be melodically, singing.
Okay.
And then we'll like write lyrics after we've figured out where the note placement is.
Okay.
So we'll work on that together. We'll write some lyrics. There's actually a song called The Swarm that we have that started out as an ice cream song. So it wasn't originally, going to be about ice cream or anything, but we just kind of like made the words about ice cream so we could like learn where the notes were going to be. And we were just kind of singing about Haagen-Dazs and shit.
Nice.
You know?
Now,
And,
Mr. Goodbars, isn't he in your band? Isn't he someone related to?
yes,
That's
Mr.
right, yeah.
Goodbars is our keyboard player and
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, he does some rapping with you guys also?
He does his own thing as a rapper, Mr. Goodbars.
Oh, okay. So he's in your band, but then he does his own rap thing on the side.
Yes.
Cool. So
So it would be awesome to get him to eventually rap in a Sepsiss song. Let's talk about that.
Going back to writing like bullshit lyrics, when I was in a band when I was 15, we wrote a song about doing laundry. It's like
Laundry? All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of how it goes, and then we bring it to the rest of the band and have them learn it with us, and we take it to the stage after that.
That's awesome. Okay, now going back to band practice, now 10 years later, we're going to fast forward to 10 years from when you guys started. Do you still practice in a basement with the door closed? Or does
We
it
have
you
a
guys upgrade?
studio now called the Toy Box.
Oh, cool. It's like a complete music studio?
Yeah, it's our music studio. We own it.
This is why I can't start a band nowadays, because I would like literally practice in a garage and like annoy all my neighbors. I'm a fucking 39-year-old man playing in the garage. I don't have enough. I don't have a studio. I have nothing. So I'm going to stick
And you're
to
already loud.
And I'm already loud, yeah. I think my neighbors can hear me talking actually sometimes when I'm doing the podcast. So you guys got a studio and you own the studio. So you guys, did you guys own the building itself?
We rent the building.
Okay. Is it a music studio other bands can come in and practice, or is it just for Sepsiss?
It's a music studio. Mr. Goodbars does a lot of engineering. So he will, take rappers and bring them into the studio. Sometimes other metal bands. We record music videos, all sorts of things. But he is definitely the one behind all the technology.
Okay. It's always good to have someone in the band that knows how to do all that, because I feel like most people don't want to learn that. But if you got one person, they kind of take care of everybody. Like, I don't want to learn all that stuff. I'd rather have somebody else learn how to do it and then just do it for me. And be in the band.
Well, hey, if you know how to do it, you don't got to pay anyone.
That's right. That's the real secret. That's why you're in the band. You hear that? You hear that? It's not your rapping skills, bro. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let's talk about tours. You guys have been around for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure you played some tours. I know you got some stuff coming up also in September, right? In September?
We sure do. So there's going to be a show at the Fish Head Cantina. And that's going to be in Halethorpe, Maryland.
Okay. And do you guys typically stay East Coast? Because I did thought they could kind of put in like local shows, and like there was nothing in Oklahoma City. I was just curious. I didn't think there would be. But do you typically stay on the East Coast, or have you done like a nationwide or even worldwide tour?
We have so far mostly been in the New England area. I think the furthest we've ever traveled was like Ohio back in the day. But we have been really trying to branch out. And thankfully, we've got this huge national tour coming up with OTEP, the Almas, and the world over. And that is coming up, I think, in November, late October, early November.
Awesome.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So we've got that coming up, and it's going to be our first ever national tour.
Nice. That's exciting.
Yes.
Oh,
absolutely.
What's your favorite part about performing live in front of an audience?
My favorite part about performing is getting to put my energy out there with others and just share that experience. There is nothing like being on stage in front of people and expressing yourself. Because honestly, I feel at home on stage. I don't feel like I am me anywhere else. And for once on stage, I can be me.
Yeah, that's cool. And you got Josh on here talking about some things that we are going to bring up. Josh, I promise you we're going to bring up the Discord, and we're going to bring up Patreon. I swear to God, we're going to bring it up. So we already talked about it. We got you. All right. We are going to play your song you already know. And then I want to talk about, because you have besides the band, you guys also have a whole team. But let's talk about the team after we listen to You Already Know. And this song just came out. You can check it out on YouTube. And hold on, my computer just did something. Okay, there we go. All right, let's play the song right now. Here we go.
Time when gravity was faithful, a friend of mine came to share the wind with me. Could you be my favorite meltdown? Wish that you were more like me. Ooh, there's something else that's taking over me. It's where I like to spend my time. I wouldn't trust you enough for you to quit on me. Now you know when it all comes down to us. Sun never rises in the same sky. Sometimes what goes up stays up. Try not to look like you already know. You already know. If I may, can I take you into midnight? A game of mine, one that we could play for keeps. Could you be my favorite nighttime? Could you sing a song for me? Now you know it all comes down to us. Sun never rises in the same sky. Sometimes what goes up stays up. Try not to look like you already know. You already know. There's something else that's taking over me. It's where I like to spend my time. I wouldn't trust enough for you to quit on me. But now you know. Brightest star's not the one that you wish on. Lightning strikes the same place twice. If there's nothing left on the planet we can sit through, I'll be sure to let you grow. When it all comes down to us, the sun never rises in the same sky. Sometimes what goes up stays up. Try not to look like you already know. You already know.
Unmute. Okay, there you go. I got a question about the music video.
All right.
The backup dancers. Like, are those like? Do you guys have backup dancers on stage also?
No, that would be really cool though. No, they showed up for the music video, and I just thought they absolutely killed that part.
Yeah, that's so neat. I don't think I've ever seen like a rock video have like backup. So they're not in the band at all. They're just people that showed up to be in the video.
Yes, they are actual dancers.
That is so cool that you did that. I think that's unique. It's awesome. You don't see that every day. So kudos to you for doing that. Okay, let's talk about the team. You have a whole team. Like you have the makeup. You have like a makeup artist, a lighting
Yep.
person. Like they're all part
Yep.
of your show.
So, okay, we have a massive team, as you already know. So let me start with the first person I really want to mention right now, and that is Glenn Robinson. He is our engineer. He helped master our album, and he has worked with people such as Gwar, Annihilator, Queensryche, and so many more. I can't even possibly list it all, but Jason Newsted.
Okay.
And we got Big E, who's our head of security.
Saw
We
that.
got Bang. He is another security member. Ginger Snaps is one of our newest members on the team. She is going to be PR for us, and she's helping out on the merch table and maybe some DMX lighting. Lexi is our merch girl, and sometimes she deals with grips and effects. We've got Nikki, who you mentioned earlier, who does hair and makeup, and sometimes she will help out with merch when she's at like a local show.
And do this whole team go with you, like when you're on the road and so hashtag Sepsis Nation is what you want to hashtag when you're talking about the band? According to Harry Johnson, I believe he's probably telling the truth. So, but
most of these people do go on tour with us. Yes.
Okay.
If we can, bring them along, then absolutely. And that's not all we have too. I mean, we've got so many more. We've got photographers like Jason Corkum. We got Parrish, who is one of our stage techs, and Kaylee, a stagehand who also does DMX lighting. And we can't forget Josh. Oh my God. Josh has been so helpful with like basically customer service and everything else.
Awesome. What is Swarmies? What does the Swarmies mean? Anything to you?
Is that your friends?
Swarmies?
The Swarmies? What was the question? Sorry.
I don't know. What does that mean? Something? Someone put Swarmies right there.
Oh, Swarmies. Yeah, that is our fans.
Oh, okay. You call your fans Swarmies.
Okay. This all started with our
you're like what's Swarmies? What? Our fans?
This whole thing started with our gaming community, Immaculate Connection Gaming. And we started this group on Facebook called Sepsiss the Swarm. And It kind of grew from there, where the fans just called themselves Swarmies. They started it. It wasn't even the band.
That's so cool that happens. Like the fans decide something for you, and then you just run with it, and it becomes a thing. That's neat.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like the black swarm, but you guys like to have the colorful one.
Yeah, the colorful swarm. You guys have the colorful swarm. That is really cool. And do you guys have like a street team that goes out there and helps you guys kind of promote your music, like an email you send stuff to?
So we do have a street team. I think Josh is actually part of that crew.
Okay.
So yeah, like I said, he deals with like customer service, street teamy type stuff, emails, Discord.
Okay.
All that stuff.
We are going to talk about the Discord and Patreon. Before we get into that, I do want to ask about the New England Music Awards. Is that something that's going on right now that you want to discuss on here?
Absolutely. So we were just nominated for the second time. We actually won Hard Rock Metal Act back in 2019, and we're returning now because 2020 didn't happen at all with the New England Music Awards. So now we're up for a 2021 nomination again as Best Hard Rock Metal Act of the Year. It would be absolutely amazing if you guys could go out there and vote for Sepsiss.
Go do it. Absolutely. Yeah, go check it out. And I was going to ask you also, besides the New England Music Awards, let's go into your Patreon page, because I saw on your Patreon page you have 3 different levels on there. And one is just kind of like, I think, getting emails from you. You can upgrade like $5, then like maybe a $15 or $10 one, which is going live with you on like Twitch or something like that. Something maybe, and then like the bigger package where they get to meet the band at the concerts. Mm-hmm. So how was that working out? And is that growing? Because as a podcaster, I thought about starting a Patreon page. Mm-hmm. So I'm more just curious on how that works, and how's it going with that?
So Patreon is absolutely amazing. It has been so helpful for the band, especially during the quarantine era. So what you said, basically, there's like these different tiers in Patreon that allow you to do different things based on what you purchase. So the smaller tiers will start at things like, me sending electronic signed photos to joining me every week, every Saturday on Twitch for like Zoom calls and things like that. Any of the tiers allow that. And then as you move forward, there's other things like I'll send you Polaroids, glossy photos. Some of these have exclusive merch items that you can only get on Patreon. And then the later on tiers, you can, in fact, join us for VIP on our tour bus while we're on tour and get to meet the band, hang out with the band, and just so much more. There's so much if you read through all of that. I'm not even going to go through it all because
no. That's so cool. I put that on there right there. It's www.patreon.com/Sepsiss with 2 S's to go support the band. Very cool personality on the show. You have a great. Do you want to say something, Ava?
Yeah, I wanted to go back a little bit and ask about Immaculate Connection Gaming. And if you could go into a little more detail. Yeah.
So Immaculate Connection Gaming is in fact our Xbox gaming community, mostly based around Halo 5. But we do play other games as well. I know some of the boys like to play Call of Duty occasionally. I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft lately, which we have added recently to our roster. But it's really Halo 5 based. And we get there every week as much as we can, sometimes once or twice a week on the Xbox. And we gather with them and play on Twitch and just get everyone to join us in gaming and have some fun there.
I feel like gaming and being in a band kind of go together nowadays.
Definitely.
Because a lot of bands, they will go live if they get a following on their gaming. It's a way for them to promote their band. I know a lot of musicians that do that. I unfortunately suck at video games. I'm horrible. I would play if I was good, but I'm not good. Like literally, I suck at video games. And what is Discord?
Discord, think of it like a chat room.
Okay.
So it's a great way for you to chat directly with the band themselves and our staff. And it's a great way for you to catch up with our announcements. Say we have something really important that needs to be said. That's the fastest way to hear about it because we're going to announce it there really first. And it's quick because these announcements will hit your phone directly. So you'll never miss out on anything as long as you leave the pings on. So it'll ping you with the announcement updates. And it tells you every time we go live on Twitch. And you can share whatever you want. You can share any file, photo, video. You can share your music if you're in a band. All sorts of things.
I want to give a shout out to Stacy Don, who actually got this set up, kind of got me in touch with William to set up this interview. So thank you to her for doing that. Ava, is there any last questions that you wanted to say before I give Melissa the floor to talk a little bit more before we end the show?
What advice would you give musicians that are trying to start out?
Well, I would definitely say take your time, pace yourself, practice as much as possible. Definitely you want to practice and play a lot of shows, have a plan, that sort of thing.
Right. Yeah.
I want Sepsiss to stay colorful. Keep on doing what you guys are doing.
Yes.
Melissa, anything that you want to talk about that maybe you plan on talking about or something that you regularly talk about when you do podcast episodes that we did not cover on this episode?
Well, as you guys already saw here on the interview, we just came out with a brand new music video for You Already Know. You can find that on YouTube. So just look for Sepsiss, You Already Know. Go check out the music video. And hopefully I get to see you all on tour. Thank you guys for tuning in. You can check us out anytime on our website. You could go to sepsiss.com. All of our merch is there, sepsiss.com/shop. Sign our guest book. That would be incredible.
Yeah, so you guys have a guest book who can, and I'm sure you put your email address in there, get all that information. Well, I want to thank you, Melissa, for joining. I want to thank William for responding to my messages earlier about the episode. We were a little bit late today, but we made the show happen. I'm excited that
I apologize for that.
That's okay.
My show's from 7 to 9, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. So anytime in between. And I've even started. Yeah, we just do whatever. So, but thank you so much for joining. I really wish the best for the band. And you have been a great guest to have on the episode, full of energy, lots of great stories to tell. And we always appreciate someone who elaborates on the show. So thank you for that. I want both of you ladies to stay right there. I want to thank everyone who listens to The Loud Spot. Go to www.theloudspot.net. Check us out on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Deezer, iHeartRadio, blah, blah, blah. We're not on Discord. We don't have a Patreon page yet, but we want to get one. Ava, quit laughing at me. And peace out, rock on. Much love.
This is The Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the loud spot with Sebastian? Does nothing short of tragic have us back again? Does everything that's good really have to end? A pin post has a pin show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.
Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to click the like and share button.
Don't forget to go to our YouTube and subscribe.
If you want to listen to our audio and pick up some cool merch, go to www.theloudspot.net. Peace out, rock on, much love.